Charles Purcell presents.
And here we are. Thanks very much for listening, for tuning in if you're listening on the air, or for clicking onto the podcast. Very happy to have you with us today. Let's see, what have we got in store for you? Chucky Bucky is going to provide a little commentary. Our old friend Chucky Bucky. He sent me the title of his commentary. It's just Fleeting Thoughts. So we'll find out what that means. I'm not sure what it means. Oh, 4 guys with day jobs. You know those guys? We had them on a previous show over on the log on that other podcast. 4 guys with day jobs. They're a musical group, 4 guys, as the title I guess suggests. Musical group, and they're going to provide for us today a little medley of songs from 1924 that have just now, very recently, on January 1st of this year, entered into the public domain. They just recently, in the last few years, changed the rule, changed the law. I'm not sure how it all works or who decides. But at some point, after X amount of years pass, songs, at least the publication of the song, comes into the public domain, which means anybody can use them for any purpose. Now, the recordings, specific recordings of specific artists, I think that's another couple of years away. But these songs are now in the public domain, so 4 guys with day jobs are here to perform a little medley. That'll be fun. And then Dr. Uzba, he's got a presentation for you to close the show tonight. It's called As I Please. It's very weird. Let's start the program, though, with something a little more traditional and a little more fun and upbeat. On recent programs, we've been talking about the demise of democracy, and this fits in very nicely with that. A little history lesson on the 1 step forward, 2 steps back that democracy's been taking here on this continent, lo these many years. So it's the Democracy Square Dance.
Hey, cowboys and cowgirls, you know, democracy's a tricky thing in this here country. Has been since the very beginning. Sometimes it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Other times it's 1 step forward and 2 steps back. So come on up now, everybody, for the Democracy Square Dance. Okay, dancers, take the floor. 3 steps back and out the door. Money and religion, gather your flocks, sail the Atlantic to Plymouth Rock. Do-si-do. Ladies, have a seat. Gentlemen only in the square. Gentlemen only dancing for now. Ladies, have a seat. 3 steps back, hold your partner's hand, kill the natives and stomp on the land. Now build your wealth with slavery and sing songs about your own bravery. Wrong way grand. We the people has a mighty nice ring. Let's get rid of that tyrannical king. Divine right under the rug, we'll sweep it. You got a republic if you can keep it. Weave the ring. Here we go. 2 big steps back for founding fathers. Start endless wars while no one bothers to read the beautiful Constitution. Rape your slaves. Get absolution. Box the gnat. Here we go, everybody. 1 step forward on election years. Oops, 3 steps back on the Trail of Tears. Don't you go back for the Civil War. Abolition, though. Step up for 4. Left grand. Oh, no. Backslide again to the KKK. Jim Crow steps up to promenade. Steal Mexico. Go west, young man. Take what you want and live while you can. Manifest destiny. 3 more steps back for democracy. Plessy v. Ferguson, take a step back. The national parks get you back on track. Wisconsin progressives fighting Bob. Democracy's as tasty as corn on the cob. Circle left, everybody. 3 steps up, now we're back in the dance. Labor laws give the workers a chance. Health and safety gonna make them right. The women's vote finally won that fight. Ladies in, men sashay. But the bank screwed up, crossed the red line. Take 2 steps back to the end of the red line. FDR said nothing to fear. Gonna make things right with this new deal here. Social Security, Medicare, unemployment insurance makes life more fair. Beat the Nazis and win the war, but dropping those bombs went a night too far. Make the world safe for democracy. McCarthy, bad, Brown v. Board good. Silent Spring in the neighborhood. We'll go to the moon, young Kennedy said. 2 steps back when you shot him in the head. Right, grand. 2 steps forward for the Civil Rights Act, 2 steps forward for the Voting Rights Act. Southern strategy got her done. Democrats and Republicans switch partners. All right, all the racists, now you're with the Republicans from here on out. Democrats and Republicans switch parties. Racists, you're with the Republicans. All right, everybody. 1 step back for Malcolm X, 2 steps back for RFK, 3 steps back for Vietnam, 4 steps back for Dr. King, 2 steps forward for the Summer of Love, 2 steps forward for the Clean Air Act, another 2 steps for the Clean Water Act, 4 big steps for Roe v. Wade. Now we're moving. 1 step back for Watergate, 1 step forward for Woodward and Bernstein. Alamandy left one more time. Carter beat by the Reagan lie. Bust the unions, let 8 folks die. Ignore global warming, let people die. Ignore healthcare, let more people die. Ignore human rights, let foreign people die. Start wars for money and more people die. Roll away to a half sachet. New Democrats now come to the show, end welfare and suck up for corporate dough. Monica impeachment for being lewd. Bush v. Gore, now we're really screwed. 9/11 starts the war on terror. Military fetish, our biggest error. Surveillance state is off the books. Great recession, bail out the crooks. Keep ignoring climate change. 2 steps back. America elects a black man. 1 step forward. Tea Party, 2 steps back. Mitch McConnell, 2 steps back. Citizens United, 2 steps back. Record drone attacks, 2 steps back. Swing your partner. Obamacare, 1 baby step forward. Trayvon Martin, 2 steps back. Michael Brown, 2 steps back. Eric Garner, 2 steps back. Sandra Bland, 2 steps back. Philando Castillo, Oscar Grant, Freddie Gray, Tamir Rice, name them all. More to name their names. 10 steps back. 10 steps. Watch it, folks. You're about to fall off the dang dance floor and into the refreshments table. Here, I'll give you 1 little step forward. Here, what can I think of here? Oh, 1 step forward for Black Lives Matter. But continue to ignore the climate crisis. 1 step forward for marriage equality. 2 steps back for the gig economy. 3 steps back for Merrick Garland. 4 steps back for Donald Trump. 5 steps back for Brett I Like Beer Kavanaugh. 10 steps back for the cover-up impeachment trial and acquittal. Sorry, folks. Democracy is dead. Long live democracy. Pass through, separate, and go home. There it is, the democracy. Square dance, everybody. Woo-do-do-do.
Hey there, hi there, ho there, it's your old pal Chucky Bucky. Say, listen, I was just thinking, do you ever have this issue? I was wondering, sometimes you have a problem and you don't know if other people have it too, or is it just you? And unless you ask, you don't ever know, right? So here's a problem that I've been worried about lately, and I was wondering if you had it too. And that is that sometimes I have an idea or a thought, and it's a good idea or a good thought, for I don't know, just like the way the world should work, or maybe a new invention, or even just like a new way of expressing an idea or something. I might have a really good idea, and I worry right away that, oh gosh almighty, am I someplace where I can get this idea recorded in some way? I could open up my voice memo maybe on my phone. That's a good idea to do. Or write it down somewhere or something, because my worry is that my thoughts are fleeting. Do you have fleeting thoughts? And oh gosh, there's nothing worse than, just 5 minutes later, or sometimes even just a couple of minutes later, you're thinking, what was that really good idea I had like just 2 minutes ago? It's gone. Oh goodness, it's gone, and it feels like it's gone forever. And you feel like you lost an opportunity, like, ships that pass in the night. There's somebody there, something there that could have been so good and so, benefit the world or benefit yourself or benefit, somebody who you love or something. And there's a good idea. Oh gosh, and then it's gone. So I wonder if you ever worried about that fleeting thoughts. I think I've had many, many instances in my life that were just like that. I had this thought and I think to myself, oh, that's pretty good. I should do something about that. I should hang on to that thought and at least take it down in some way, if not, act on it. And then I forget, oh goodness, do you have that problem? That's the thing, like I say, you don't know what other people might suffer with, or questions they might have, or insecurities they might have, unless they tell you. And it's a hard thing to ask about. So I thought I'd just ask you right now, if that's ever happened to you, those fleeting thoughts. Oh, when they come to me the worst, or the best, I should say, my goodness, they come to me best early in the morning before I wake up. But I'm almost awake. It's like that, that stage. Doctors probably have a name for it. Psychologists or, people, sleep experts. I'll bet they have a name for it. I don't know what it is. But that time when you're not quite awake and you're not quite asleep, you're laying there, and maybe you're having thoughts. And, but, you're not awake enough to actually move or do nothing. But you are awake enough to have the thoughts. So like I said earlier, you want to take it down with a pad and a pencil, or you want to record it into your voice memos on your phone. You're not in any condition to do that because you're kind of still asleep. I've been there. Many, many times I've been in that position. And those are the times when I have, what I think is a really good thought that I should, bring into the world. But oops, no, now it's gone. No, it's fleeting. It's gone. And then you second guess yourself. You think, well, maybe it wasn't that great anyway. Maybe that's just trying to make myself feel better. Or maybe like when you're stoned, when you're high on the marijuana and you think you've got the great ideas. I'm not much of a marijuana person at all. It's been years actually since I've even done any at all. But back in the day I did it occasionally, and that was something I don't know if I experienced it myself, but it's kind of a common trope. Is that the right word? At least it's an idea that people have, that when you're you have these great ideas, these mind expanding kind of ideas. And the old joke is, we should record ourselves while we're high, right? I don't know if you've ever done that. But people who have told me it just comes out, they're all dopey and they're not good ideas at all when, in the light of day. So I don't know. But then there are other people say that mind expanding drugs, they really help you as an artist and as a writer. So who am I to say? I don't really know. I don't want to pretend to be any kind of big expert on that. I'm just bring it up as kind of a comparison thing, analogy, that my fleeting thoughts are kind of like that thing when you're high and you think, oh God, if I could record us while we're high, then tomorrow we'll hear all of our great ideas. Not sure how that works out for everybody. Maybe if you're already like artistically inclined, if you're a writer or a songwriter or something like that, maybe it works for you. If you're just like a regular old guy, probably not. But anyway, made me think of that because I have that experience, and it's mostly when it's those early hours of the morning when I'm not quite awake and not quite asleep, and I got these ideas, but I can't quite be awake enough. I can't muster the wherewithal to write it down, and then then a few minutes later, when I'm actually wide awake and I'm getting myself up out of bed, there they go. Now the thoughts are just way off in some other world, and I only have a memory of that I had a thought, but not of the thought itself. So anyway, there's just a thought I had, and I thought I'd record it for you, and maybe you've had the same experience. And if you have any ideas on how to deal with it, then sure, give me a call or give me write me the old-fashioned postcard. I just got a note from my sister actually the other day. I got a little card in the mail. Oh, goodness, in this day of texting and emails and stuff, it sure was nice to get a little card. That was very nice of her. I got to give her a call and thank her for that. If you're listening, thanks, but, I don't think she listens. None of my family listens to my radio little commentaries because they don't care. I don't blame them or nothing. Nobody cares, really. Come to think of it, maybe nobody cares about my great ideas that I lose in the mornings. I should not really worry about it. Well, I don't think I'd really worry so much. I wouldn't use that word worry exactly. It's just a thought I had. So there's my thought. So, all right, then, this is your old pal Chucky Bucky. You take care of yourself, all right? Okay, then.
All right. Thanks, Chucky Bucky. Very good. That thought didn't get away from you. We've got that nicely recorded. So thanks for that. You're listening to Charles Bursell Presents. Now we're going to close the show with the Dr. Uzbah project. Some little weird experimental stuff. But right now, in studio, 4 guys with day jobs for a little medley of songs from 1924 that are now in the public domain. Take them, use them, sing them, do whatever you like. They're all yours. They belong to us, to all of us. So there you go. Okay, here they are. 4 guys with day jobs. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. A boom, boom.
Sweet and lovely lady, be good. Oh, lady, be good to me. I'm so awfully misunderstood. So, lady, be good to me. Fascinating rhythm, you got me on the go. Fascinating rhythm, I'm all a quiver. What a mess you're making, the neighbors want to know why. I'm always shaking just like a flivver. Each morning I get up with the sun. Start hopping, never stopping. Find that night no work has been done. Fascinating rhythm, you got me on the go. What'll I do when you are far away and I am blue? What'll I do? What'll I do when I am wondering who is kissing you? What'll I do? What'll I do with just a photograph to tell my troubles to? When I'm alone with only dreams of you that won't come true, what'll I do? California, here I come, right back where I started from, where bowers of flowers bloom in the spring. Each morning at dawning birdies sing, and everything a sun-kissed miss says, don't be late. That's why I can hardly wait. Open up that golden gate, California, here I come. Does your chewing gum lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight? If your mother says don't chew it, do you swallow it in spite? Can you catch it on your tonsils? Can you heave it left and right? Does your chewing gum lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight? Somebody loves me. I wonder who. I wonder who she can be. Somebody loves me. I wish I knew. Who can she be? Worries me. For every girl who passes me, I shout, hey, maybe you were meant to be my loving baby. Somebody loves me. I wonder who. Maybe, just maybe it's you. It had to be you. It had to be you. I wandered around, finally found somebody who could make me be true, could make me be blue, and even be glad, just to be sad, thinking of you. Some others I've seen might never be me, might never be cross or try to be boss, but they wouldn't do, for nobody else gives me a thrill. With all your faults, I love you still. It had to be you, wonderful you. It had to be you.
Everybody comes to the time in their lives when things are said and done. No, only you. Only me. Ha! If ever a thing was here and then gone, if ever a thing was something above will come to you in the form of little children and chairs, little children and water bugs lighting on the surface of the lake, little children as you swim away your childhood. Chairs, feel the time is passing, chairs passing in the right lane, chairs, time wavers once again, time is passing, silvery balloon-shaped time, crystalline teardrops, silvery filling the hair follicles that dangle from the umbrella stand. Time is passing. I know that you think that's all there is to it. Think that's all there is to it. Ha ha ha, don't we all? But then again, when the rain does fall, and the ice melts beneath your feet, feel once again the camaraderie of your sports team players. If there be meaning here, then find it, please. I feel nothing for your sympathy of goodness and time well spent, crystalline. Yours is but the only time that comes after the viewing. Summer, winter, spring, fall. If only you knew. Ha! I knew. They knew. Ha! You knew only words that mean nothing to me. The whispers of shouting, maniacal, effortless time travelers. If there be meaning here, then find it, please. If there be meaning here, then find it, please. Please, please, please me. Please, please me. Oh yeah, ha, as I please you. As I please you. Once the lonely traveler, stumbles into the corner bar. The angle that slides down and up your consciousness. Wait, is the angle. Don't leave. That will complement. I need you. Its acuteness. Wait. maybe, and maybe not. Summer, winter, spring, fall. Love, the angle, empathy, that slides down and up your consciousness, is the angle that will complement, maybe, and maybe not. Love, compassion, empathy, words that mean nothing to me, and everything to you, and everything to me and nothing to you. Please, please me, oh yeah, as I please you, The Dr. Uzba Project, As I Please You. Before that, some brand new, recently made available public domain songs from 1924, brought to us by four guys with day jobs. Thanks to Chucky Bucky tonight for being with us. And of course, we opened with the Democracy Square Dance. One step forward, two steps back. If you're new to the program, this is just one of several podcasts we've got on the website. Stream of Consciousness Talk Radio Theater, The Log, and several others from back in the day. And there's always something special going on. So thanks a lot for listening. There it is. See you next time. Be well. Be good to each other. Vote. This episode of Charles Purcell Presents is available right now wherever you find your podcasts, or go to the website charlespurcell.com for the full archive and all the other series in the podcast family. Follow, comment, and contact me on Facebook and Twitter. Thanks to our flagship station, River West Radio, riverwestradio.com. Theme music composed and performed by Peter Donalds. From the New Arts and Media Studios in Milwaukee, I'm Charles Purcell.